Alright, got the background sound, don't mind it. Bah, bah, bah. Got the background sounds going on, so yeah, nothing I can do about it other than bitching, yelling, screaming. That really don't do no good at all, 'cause then they just look at me like I'm mean. So I just let them go ahead and do the background sound in the background, 'cause background sound is kind of important too, especially when we're talking about wonderful things. So, yeah, no, I'm still stuck in the Salton Sea, you know, 'cause Salton Sea is... My nose is cold. 'Cause it's cold outside. You know, I know it's cold outside, but I keep it cold in the bedroom. 'Cause they like to keep it hot in the other room. I don't like to be in the heat, so I stay in the cold, but then sometimes it gets a little too cold, my nose gets cold. So then I start dripping and stuff. And I'll be stuck doing it. We don't do background sound. Goes good with the foreground sound. Anyways. So I was thinking I was stuck in the Salton Sea. You wanna know why? Because I believe it would be the perfect, and I mean the most absolute perfect place to build a piece of heaven on earth. Now, we can do that by building a city called Heaven on Earth with the perfect living conditions. And I'm talking about a dome city. You know, because a dome city gives you the absolute perfect opportunity to grow food underneath it. And if you do, then you can hook up a ball of algae, that green algae. It grows in fresh water and it lives on carbon dioxides. Well, that's in carbon dioxide's the same stuff that we breathe out of our lungs. Well, then we put a big old ball of this here green fresh water, green algae, right? And we put some sand in the ball, and then we put some of these little air rocks in there that you put in a fish tank. Alright, and then we hook a pump to it, right? Now it sucks the air out of our living quarters in our area, and it pumps the air down through the water and through this little green algae. So we got like a rock full of holes that lets air out, and then the sand catches the air and it pushes up against it. Now don't forget, we're going to use like a magnetic silica glassy sand for this situation, with some silt and some other things. So we put it in there, and then we put it in layers, like the rock filter, and then the sand, and then the silt. You know, and what acts is, it acts as a scrubber, so it's scrubbing the air as it comes up through the sand and up through the silt. And then because the silt, when it deteriorates, it creates carbon dioxide too in the water. So when the deterioration happens, and it keeps feeding the stuff that's floating on top of the water, because you gotta have like daylight light. So, you know, in layers, you know. So you have like the filter, the sand, the silt, the water, then the green stuff that grows, the green algae that grows freshwater plant, algae plants, and seaweed. See, and then the bubbles come up through the water, and they come up through the sand and the silt and stuff, and then they get caught up underneath, right? And get caught up underneath this green floating stuff. You know, that's live plant, and what it does is it eats carbon dioxide and it spits out oxygen. And so we have oxygen flavored water, you know. So we have oxygen flavored air. You know, after we breathe the air in our living quarters in our garden dome home, right? And we breathe it, and it gets pumped out over here to this big ball of algae, you know, gets scrubbed out, filtered, you know. The plants eat the carbons and spit out oxygen, and then that air is pumped over here into the garden water where it is further filtered through the water, so now we have oxygenated air coming back up into the garden area. Now the garden area is full of oxygen because it's a garden area and it's got plants that love carbon dioxide, so they fight over breathing in the carbon dioxide. And then we put it in through the roots and the water and stuff, so that way we get an absolute scrubbing of the air. Once we get a good scrubbing of the air, then we're going to rub it. Then we're going to suck it out of the garden and through a little water filter that the water exchanges through a pipe. So we have this like little thing with an opening up here, a little tall thing that's opening, right? And then the water goes down underneath here. Well, we put in a little pump, right? It pumps water just enough, and then the air gets released up into our breathing air, or into our living quarters once more. And then the air gets recycled through that system, recycled right through the garden, and recycled, and the air just gets scrubbed and clean, and you're breathing in good plant air inside your very own little kingdom called the Garden Dome Home, which is part of reviving the Salton Sea to make that part of America great again. 'Cause it once was great, now it's all washed up, and getting ready to give everybody lung damage, and air quality's getting ready to go down. Did you know they have a river called the New River down there? The New River is so intoxicating, and they just wrong. Absolutely wrong. Woe to using, woe to even considering, and woe to even allowing it to keep going the way it's going. Even if it is bad water, it shouldn't be that bad, and especially when there are better ways. Why you're running your state backwards, I have no idea. But with our dream, with our American dream, and the person leading the American dream, we should be able to get some kind of results in reviving the sea some way, somehow. And I vote 2 fingers in for Greenpeace. And I vote 1 finger in for One Power. So that's 3 fingers in Trinity, to the footprint of God, which is awaiting heaven on earth as soon as the community comes into unity and decides to work with me. Because I already decided I'm not going to ask for the president's help in any kind of way. But I am going to ask all those who are supporting the president, to follow in suit and keep America great, because it became great. Now it's becoming even greater, and if we work together, and believe me, I'm the little guy on the totem pole, so nobody listens to me. I barely got 4 views in on my last video, which is, of an utmost important video to me. It might not be you. Well, it will be when your city fills with the smell of rotten eggs and everybody's having issues breathing. Then you'd be like, whoa, wait a minute, maybe we should have listened to those people. Maybe we should have listened to that crazy guy and revived the Salton Sea. And we can do it. at a low cost. Because what's the cost of 66-inch pipeline reduced to 33-inch end? For about what? 75 miles, 100 miles. Yeah, you can all put in a pipeline that goes through multiple states to run oil. I don't see why you can't just go 75 miles to run some fresh water into a wildlife reserve. Reviving the sea would be, a much more valuable and much more profitable than refining a little bit of oil. See, refining fresh water, refining fresh food, refining fresh, fresh green energy that's reusable, because we're using certain things. I'm not going to go into too many of the details because, like I said, I gotta make right on my end, and when I can make right on my end, and that would be a most beautiful thing, and I know what I'm suggesting will work. Ain't no snake oil, yo lady, and you keep saying snake oil, and I'll tell you what, I'll take your snake oil and dump it out on the ground. Yeah, let's go back to reviving the Salton Sea. There's like two ways. One of two is an inexpensive way, but I want to employ both ways. We'll employ the one, which is going from Paymaster landings to that little bit of California drink on around to the Salton Sea, Bombay. That's the cheapest way. And then the other way is to come across over the top and then down into the Salton Sea, over the mountains from the ocean over top. And then, on the north side, go through that little valley and then come around. And you should be able to get a siphon being that you're lower than sea level. So, but if you have these big old fans, right, put a fan on this side and a fan on this side, side by side like this, so you have two fans like that, and then you have strokes like this, and I have eight pistons pumping water into one-way line, so you have, two fans, that when the tide comes in, it strokes 4 pistons on this side and 4 pistons on this side in a row, that choo choo choo, choo choo choo, choo choo choo. It'd be like pump, 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 so they'd be like ch ch ch, then it'd start over ch ch ch, ch 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 ch. So then you'd have flush, 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 like 8 pumps to it, every, as it turns, and then it's slowly pumps, and then when it comes back down, it pumps. So it goes up on this side, and it pumps. While this side's going up, it's filling up full of water, and then when it goes down, this little valve over here shuts, and it opens this valve, and then the water pushes up, so you have water going and it goes on up the hill. Once it gets up over top of the hill, then it goes and it starts to siphon into water clean power plants, where you can steadfast and mix the two streams together. Either way, the salinity would go down. Now, there's a profit to the salinity of that, like a sodium, and then there's other things that are added into it. So these different things that are added into it can be extracted out by evaporation. So what you do is you take these big old tubes and you put mirrors in them, mirrors in glass, so that way when the sun hits it, at night you use UV lighting, so that way it bounces back, the light bounces back and forth on the mirrors in the tube, and it vaporizes the water, and then the water is converted into steam. Damn it! me forget what I was saying. I really gotta do something about Mac. It's driving me crazy. Because every time he does that, I think I should fix it, but then I get in here and I'm like, oh, where I need a book on one of these computer things, you know. And, you know, I even went to classes when I was put away. I was in classes for the old computer things, so I know, like, Word and Access and Excel and, you know, all those other ones. My favorite one was, how about that? Can't even remember my favorite one. You know, it was one with all the pictures and the slideshows. And, yeah, I'll remember what it's called here pretty soon. If not, you can leave something in the comments below. Got the background sound on. PowerPoints. That's the one I like. PowerPoints. So it makes you a slideshow. You know, one of these days when I get rich and famous, I'll be able to afford it all, and I'll be able to get. And then we can really make some good videos, huh? So, anyways, back down to this here heaven on earth. You know, we could have peace heaven on earth by the end of 2020. I mean, garden dome homes, that in itself, one dome home for a family of four is perfect living conditions. It provides your food, it provides your water and your electric. Well, you know, it would if I didn't see a bigger plan like employed education and space exploration. And okay, well, I'll see you on the next video, because, you know, yeah, the door's about to open, so I'll cut this before it does, and I'll see you on the next video, or in a day or so, or tomorrow, or maybe 20 minutes, who knows, we'll see. I just want you to think about what I'm saying. You know, if you help me, I can help you. You know, I am helping regardless of what I'm saying, because I know what I'm saying will work. You know, and if anything else you have to do is put your own details in it. But, okay.